you refuse to be the Azkals head coach countless times?
I've been there, done that. Too much politics, like I said. Like I posted one time a few days ago, coaching is a thankless job. With what's happening with Michael Weiss, we talked about it already before, personally, one-on-one, and I said, it happens. And I said, you should know that because you worked also somewhere in other countries as well. There's no such thing as a permanent job in coaching, in any sport.
Hey folks, welcome back to another edition of Hands On, back-to-back weeks. So is this a new thing that we've got going on? Finally some continuity to this second season, right?
New? Or just a renewal?
I gotta say, once again, thank you to everybody who watches the program. We appreciate you guys enjoy the show. Of course, this is the only place where you get a chance to sort of meet and understand the psyche and the attitudes and characters of all these different individuals that is creating Philippine football right
Things
now.
you don't know, that you don't see, that you don't hear when you watch them play.
Yeah.
Or when you watch them coach or what have you. So it's a, how do you say it, inside,
Yeah, inside scoop and sort
inside
of
scoop of some, or yeah.
the personalities of Philippine football. And yeah, we appreciate that you guys have been supporting the show, especially the Suarez Football Club. Somewhere here, they've got a sticker somewhere. We appreciate your support. Since season 1, they've been with us, and the reason why we get a chance to do this is because of people like them. Also, I'd like to thank Havaianas for supporting the program. We appreciate you guys so much, and actually there's a lot of things that are going on with Havaianas as of the moment, and we do have that Team Havaianas photo that we are going to show right now. There it is. Yeah, Brazil's well-loved flip-flops brand Havaianas spreads the football love this season with its limited edition Havaianas Teams collection, a highlight of the world's great football nations of Brazil, France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, among other countries. Not only will you channel the pride of the sport and these nations, a percentage of sales from the Havaianas Teams collection will go to Field of Hope, a football advocacy program that is using football as a tool for social change and development for children affected by the Typhoon Yolanda. So visit www.teamhavaianas.com and follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to know more about Field of Hope and the Havaianas team collection and the United for Hope with the hashtag Team Havaianas. All right, so awesome endeavor that Havaianas has embarked on, and I'm glad that they're supporting us and we're supporting them in return. So yeah, definitely check out www.teamhavaianas.com. All right. Other thing that we want to talk about before we start the program and the rundown and introducing our guest for today, there is the Benga app that we'd like all of you guys to download. All right. So Benga is a cool Filipino-made application that we're currently on as of the moment. And if you guys re-Benga this photo, or if you guys post your own picture of something similar to this, you guys get to win some prizes courtesy of NMF TV and Hands On. So all you got to do, download the Benga app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Follow Hands On, re-Benga your entry, and strike your best pose. I gotta love how they named it, Benga. You know, it's very Filipino, you know. Ask your friends to vote for you, and the best photo wins. We've already got a few entries that have been sent in, so awesome stuff. And yeah, we're looking forward to giving you guys some prizes, courtesy of the show. Time for us to give back to you for giving to us. Awesome.
The only football talk show that does this.
Because we're the only football talk show. So.
No, after we started, we all left.
All right, so Coach Hans and myself, we have the opportunity to introduce this interesting young man. All right, he's going to be more familiar to the Filipino public in the years to come. We believe that's going to be the way things are. He calls himself the Beast Keeper, and I think it really is like a right term.
He looks like a beast.
Well, he's got the physique of a proper goalkeeper, and he's risen to fame this season. I mean, a lot of people have already earmarked this man as the future of goalkeeping for the Philippines, but this year I think he really cemented himself. Yeah. Great performance in the national team, has been a constant in the Green Archers United Football Club. One of those people that you look at and say, that area, probably they don't need to improve because they've got it going on in that area already. So recently he did well, had a huge penalty save in Cebu, and traveled with the team to Maldives for the Challenge Cup as well. So welcome to the show, sir. We got here Patrick Deyto.
Hi.
All right, Patrick
Nice to
Deyto
be here.
on the program today. Very close to Coach Hans, of course. You guys have quite the relationship. You've been able to see Patrick Deyto from his younger days, you know, when he was, well, I would say he was smaller, but not really, right? He was already
Much smaller.
huge guy, right? But you told me before that he started off as field and you developed him into a goalkeeper, and now he's here. Yeah, tell us a little bit about your relationship with Patrick Deyto.
Yeah, Patrick, as a lot of know, he came from LaSalle Sobel, and from there he continued with playing for me in the university, LaSalle University. I saw him when he was 12 years old. I don't know what got into me, he just snapped. The first day of tryouts that he came on, when he got to high school. In the midgets in the elementary, I saw him playing as a midfielder.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what I saw, maybe I saw physique. Patrick's not the only player that I transformed from field to goalkeeping. I think Patrick's my third player from Sobel that I saw something. Don't ask me how I knew.
Yeah.
I was hoping that he would become this tall, and he did. I told his mom something, but I will not say it online. And Patrick knows this because I said that in front of Patrick. To do something on summer, you know, during
It's just like
summertime. Yeah.
ways to
Improve your height.
improve your height.
Yeah, during summertime. 5 times a day. 5v1, you know, anyway.
Work hard. Work hard.
Yeah, work hard.
Work hard.
And then I think I remembered back, I told you when you were 14 or 15, I said, I'm going to make you number 1. If you remember that, I told you that. Well, I saw something in Patrick that other people didn't see. Don't ask me also how I knew it. I don't have a crystal ball. Nakachamba ako, I saw it. Patrick here is very intelligent. I'm not putting him in a pedestal.
You kind of are, but all right.
No, but I'm just telling the truth. I saw something in him. He's an intelligent player. Even when he was in the field, he was very intelligent. Considering that the training that they get in the elementary is, you know, very different from when you get to the high school level. I saw something in him. I think I knew that he was going to grow taller than what he was before, because he's got another brother also, a younger brother who's a striker, who was also short, but now grew also. Best thing there is Patrick never said, Coach, can I just play field or whatever? He just listened to me. I said, I saw him, you play keeper.
How difficult was that? I mean, you're playing midfield, right? I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, me and myself as a player as well. When you get called in to do some keeping duties, you're like, dude, really? I gotta go. You know, I want to play field. You know.
Initially, I really started as a goalkeeper when I was young, very young.
Okay.
That's when I really started, and then I got bored. I guess I got bored,
Yeah.
and then I played field,
Yeah.
and I was doing well in field. And then during high school, coach told me that I would play keeper, and then you can't say no because I was scared that time at him. So it's like, okay,
You should be scared until now.
if that's what you want me to do, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
Then, fortunately, I did well.
Yeah.
I mean, the experience from when I was a kid really helped, you know, and of course, we have the goalkeeping coach as well. So, yeah,
Did you enjoy it right away, or was it
sometimes, you know, sometimes because we play teams that are, I mean, no disrespect to other schools, but we beat them like, creamed them like 10-0, 12-0. So it's kind of bored at the back.
Yeah.
But when you play against the big games, the championship games, of course, it's very exciting to play as a goalkeeper because it's like you're the last line of defense, so they rely on you a lot.
Yeah.
And if you deliver, then it's like you're the hero instantly. So
Right.
yeah, it's also interesting to be a goalkeeper.
Pero pinahiya mo ako
When?
Hindi ko naman alam na naglaro ng keeper dati. Just
Yeah,
to show,
I
there's
did.
some people I never saw it.
No, coach, you were my coach during high school. I mean, that was like grade 3 when I restarted. I played goalkeeper right away, and then.
So folks, I didn't see him play keeper.
Yeah, after a few years, I got bored. I played field and then I went back to keeper.
Being able to spot that, Coach Hans, that's got to be an extra, notch in your belt because
What?
you didn't know that he played keeper, but you saw something in him that was like, parang pwedeng keeper too.
Yeah, that nice partner.
Galing.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Okay, now I've brought Patrick Deyto into the show. We've introduced him because we want him to get involved as well as we get into the rundown. On this program, what we like to do at the top of the show is to check out the latest that's been going on in Philippine football as well as around the world. Obviously, the World Cup is something that we need to talk about.
Yes.
But of course, today depends on when you're going to listen to this or watch this. But we're filming this on a Thursday, June 26th. Today is the final day of the United Football League. At least the first division and the second. Oh, I mean the league competition. There's still going to be the Football Alliance Cup in July, but this is the end of the most competitive part of the season. And there's going to be an award ceremony and all of that, so it should be a fun event. Globe will get the chance to take on Stallion. Champion against champion, right? Handing of the torch, so to speak, and the battle for second place, fierce rivals Loyola versus Kaya FC. That should be fun as well. So we're going to be talking about that the next week when we come back with our new guest. Right? But let's talk about the World Cup. A lot of things have been going on, but none more exciting and entertaining than what happened against Uruguay and Italy. All right, Luis Suarez has been a busy man, scoring against England to send them out of the World Cup, but he's also been, how should you say?
Hungry.
He's been hungry.
He's been hungry.
He's been reminding people about his tendencies. You know, he's got some tendencies. This guy, he bit into Ivanovic of Chelsea just this season, or was it last season? And then he did it previously in the Netherlands for Ajax one time, and now he's done it again on the world's biggest stage, the World Cup. Do you have a video of that? I know we do have a video of that, at least I think so anyways. But I would like to see Luis Suarez biting into... I like how he bites into him and then he pretends like he's hurt. Oh, look at my face.
These world-class players are world-class actors too,
Oh,
you know?
man. They're both actors. First of all, if you get bitten in the shoulder, your initial reaction is not to fall down. Right?
Yeah.
And, of course, he's holding his mouth like, oh, he hit me, but really he's... What do you think? Patrick, you watched this live.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, what was your reaction to that?
First, I didn't see what happened. It was just Chiellini was going wild with the referee, but after seeing the replay, I was like, he did it again. I mean, I think a lot of people forgot about it already. And he has had a fantastic season for Liverpool, winning the Golden Boot and the Premier League Player of the Year, I think.
Yes.
So, obviously this hurts his reputation once again, and it's gonna hurt Uruguay too if he gets a ban or something.
Obviously, right? And
selfish.
Shame. It's going to be a big shame if he's going to be
can
banned.
we expect anything less than a ban? I mean, I think what we're looking at here is how severe the ban is going to be.
No, my take on this, like we were discussing it earlier. Look, his teeth is painful.
Oh.
Of course, you freaking bit him in the shoulder, man.
Poor thing.
Anyway,
Look at that.
Teeth marks.
Look at that, the bottom teeth.
Oh, man.
the question is, did he have his rabies shot before the game or before the World Cup? Anyway,
so many good jokes.
my take on this is just another reaction of his. I mean, at this game, I didn't see what he did with the Ajax and when he was in Liverpool. But this one was a reaction. It's the same like if you're going to come behind me and push me, and it's hard, it's physical, my reaction would maybe use my elbow and hit you in the face or something, or flop right away or whatever, no? Maybe that's why maybe his teeth are like that. I mean, he loves biting. But the thing is,
But still, man.
it's a reaction.
Right.
I think. I don't know.
No, I get what you're going at, and I think that's a valid point to look at it in that manner because none of these actions should really be encouraged, right?
Yes,
but it
of
happens,
course.
and it doesn't get the same reaction from people. Let's say it happens all the time. I mean, Pat, you play in the UFL. There's a lot of elbowing, a lot of punching that doesn't get seen, right?
Yes.
None of these actions are actions that get the full weight of the world's disdain.
Yes.
No, not everybody's like, Patrick Deyto's gross player because, he's being cheap, he's elbowing players here and there. It happens, right? But the fact that he bit the person, that's the thing. It's like, who
It's
bites
something
somebody?
different.
It's something different. I mean,
Something different you don't see in a football match.
Who bites somebody, man?
Who also thought of Mike Tyson? Was Mike Tyson banned from being a world champion?
I think he was.
He was suspended.
Yeah, he's suspended. Yeah.
I mean, banning Luis Suarez, I think for me that would be too harsh. I would maybe give him a really freaking big fine. Okay, but to take him out of the world stage now, I think is depriving the football fans something great to see.
I actually agree with that too.
People don't know. I didn't know until the announcement from the commentator in the first game of Uruguay that The first game he didn't get to play, right? He was benched.
He was injured. He's injured.
He wasn't injured. He came from a surgery 4 weeks prior to the World Cup. But he played in the second match of Uruguay, and he scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody see that? 4 weeks, knee surgery,
It's
to
crazy.
play at the biggest stage.
It's nuts.
That's something else. You know, people react differently. People react differently. I would think that for me personally, I don't think a ban from the from the World Cup is fair to him also.
But you gotta punish him, right? I mean,
Punish him, fine him,
yeah.
do something, suspend him in the next game or something.
Also, though, being as FIFA, you can't, risk Luis Suarez playing on the pitch
Yes.
for this World Cup because if he continues to play, what if he bites somebody else? You
Yeah.
can't condone
I
that
think
kind of
he's
behavior.
sending them a wrong message too,
Yeah.
because if he's allowed to play again, then
No, I'm not saying
it will be
suspend
like
him.
it's alright to bite someone again.
Right.
But listen,
Right.
So,
I agree with that.
Okay.
You have to act.
There
but
are-
again, on the
other-
other hand, the game would suffer because he's such a
True.
great player.
Absolutely.
I mean, so World Cup, everyone watches it. So
That's
I think that's why FIFA's there to decide.
yeah.
I think
That's the
it's-
problem. Exactly. I
It's a
agree.
dile-
with
it's a real
You know,
dilemma.
if the referee saw it and called it,
yeah.
okay, at that instant, it will be in his report, in the ref's report. If that's done there in the ref's report, then the FIFA, the organizing committee, okay, the technical committee, can do a lot more. But this is just from the viewership. I don't know how FIFA.
I think they do take into account retrospective action as well. Like there was a time before where there was a player who kicked out
Yeah.
at somebody, and that was reported to them afterwards, was not seen by the referee, but that person received a retrospective ban.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's gonna happen.
Something definitely should happen.
Yeah.
A sanction should happen. But like I said earlier, I think we all agree that to take him out now would be
Harsh,
you know,
yeah.
it would be so harsh that
Yeah.
people, no matter what, who cares about personalities or characters? It's a beautiful game that we're watching here. To take him out is depriving the football fan, not just the Uruguayans,
I agree
but the whole world for itself.
with his talent. Yes, I agree with that part. But I'm gonna have to disagree with the fact that you allow him to play.
No, I didn't say to allow him to play. No, but to ban him
Yeah.
altogether.
I think who's going to suffer the most from this is
Uruguay.
Liverpool, not Uruguay, because Uruguay is going to face against Colombia, and a lot of people are already tipping Colombia to beat them anyways.
Okay.
But if he gets like a 10-month ban, let's say a year ban, who's going to suffer the most? Liverpool is
Yeah,
going to
so
suffer the
Liverpool.
most, right? Liverpool's not going to, and he wasn't even on Liverpool duty when it happened. So Hasan saying,
Yeah. To think that he's been banned from playing for Liverpool.
Yeah,
how many times already?
Yeah, 10
and to be
games.
banned again.
Then-
it's like
Then that's what I said. Fine him big time. Suspend him on the next game. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
I'm worried about Luis Suarez though. Like.
no.
What kind of reaction do you what kind of person or
Feed
what
him
kind
more.
of what kind of experiences have you
Feed him
had
more.
that you need to bite somebody? Like even in a fist fight, nobody's like, dude, I'm gonna bite you, right? Nobody does that. Nobody just clamps on to somebody's shoulder.
Oh, you don't know some girls, I know.
Oh, all right.
yeah, I agree.
I'm not hanging out with the right people. So a quick update on the World Cup as of the moment. Netherlands, Argentina, Costa Rica, Colombia,
Yeah, Netherlands.
Chile, Brazil, Mexico.
Wait. Can I just, excuse me.
Feel free to gloat into your
What does
Netherlands.
this look like?
Oh, that's
All right, what does this
there
look
it
like?
is. Netherlands
It's been
line.
in my leg for how many years?
It's part of our logo as
If
well.
you look at the logo of the Netherlands orange,
Yeah.
you'll see this, all right?
You're
Now
entitled,
you know who I'm rooting for.
You're entitled to a little bit of gloating there. Well done. Sorry, Chile, Brazil, Mexico, Belgium, Uruguay is in, Nigeria, France, and Switzerland. Out already, Australia, which I gotta give a huge shout out to.
Why did you go out first? Who came out first?
Well, I can't. I don't have the.
Spain.
Oh, Spain's out. England's out.
England next.
Yeah, Australia went out, but I gotta throw a quick shout out to Australia. They played
Yes,
well.
they played very
really
good
well.
football.
Italy's
yes.
out too.
Yeah, so Italy's out, Croatia's out, Cameroon's out, Bosnia and Herzegovina is out, Iran is out, Honduras and Ecuador. Not a good showing for the Asian teams. South Korea is on the verge of coming out as well. Japan's already been knocked out. That's not part of the list. But Iran, Japan, South Korea, none of these, Australia, none of these teams, except for Australia,
Yeah.
didn't do too well.
But you know what? The Asian teams performed, up to par.
Okay lang.
They performed up to par. I mean, the goal of Japan, of the striker, was his name, the header, the diving header, from a very awkward position, when there was no more the last second.
Right. Okay. Was it Okazaki? I'm not sure.
Yeah,
maybe I think
number
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Okazaki,
Number
yeah.
9. You know, and then Iran was beaten by Messi, not by Argentina team. You know, it would have been a draw already.
Yeah.
But here comes Messi.
We have a
lucky.
vid-
It was lucky.
We actually have a video of that as well, of Lionel Messi just scoring in the final moment and securing Argentina's advancement to the next round. Here it is. How painful.
See, look.
Messi's not even real.
It's one of the lucky shots, huh?
Yeah, I didn't even mean that. Did he?
That's his shot, man. That's his shot.
Look at this guy. The Iranian
Oh,
coach
God.
afterwards said that Lionel Messi is not from this planet. He's from Jupiter. And, he might have a point there. This guy's sick. Look at this, curling it into the far corner.
There's only one disappointment of the superstars that we have here.
What's that?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hey, he's injured.
Messi scored.
Yeah, he's injured. Come on, man.
Leave him alone. Is he bad? He's a
He's
Portugal
injured.
fan.
He
His
gets.
teammates suck, man.
No. You play. When you play, being injured is not an excuse.
But did you see his cross, though?
Well,
Yeah,
So-
a good cross for Varela.
You still have a chance. Medyo obvious. Pero may chance pa Portugal. They go up against Ghana
Yeah.
tonight. And of
Tonight.
course,
but
United
Ghana's no
States.
pushover.
No pushovers.
Yeah.
United States up against Germany, as
Germany,
well.
yes.
That will be the.
That'll be a good game.
That should be fun. So that pretty much does it for the 12th man. We're going to take a short break and we're going to be talking to the Beast Keeper when we return.
Hi. They say nothing in this world is free, and for the most part, that's true. But here at NMF Network, all shows are indeed 100% free. And as an added feature, you have the option to subscribe to all your favorite programs, also at no charge. Why should you subscribe? By subscribing, you no longer have the hassle of delays when you stream the program. You also don't need to keep checking our site to see if your favorite programs are up, because they'll automatically be uploaded to your device as soon as it's available. Here's how to do it. First, open iTunes. Your next step, hit the iTunes Store button. A search bar should open up as soon as you do that. Type New Media Factory in the search bar, and all your shows should open. Pick the show you like, or all the shows you like. And once that opens, hit the subscribe button. And that's it, you're in. All shows will now be automatically downloaded to your device.
I'm chewy. I'm short, stubby, witty, chewy.
Like really, really crazy. Chewy is like me, less cuter, smells less better. Hi, my name is Nikki. How will I describe myself? Nikki. Push. My name is Joy Spring, and I'm very, very hyper. She's around a lot. Do I really have to? Riot for me is all about ourselves.
Rockers, metal.
Good vibes. Like, everything. Fashion, music, sports, lifestyle. I'm interested in you, pare. Why don't you find out?
Tell me, what is football for you?
Wow. Football, that's my livelihood. That's my life. My life revolves around sport. That's it. I mean, everything is there. If it's not football, it's nothing else.
All right, coming off fresh from the break, we got Patrick Deyto with us here today, and like I said, it's been a fantastic year for you. You know, I mean, coming from being potential to fulfilling potential, that's got to be a great journey for you. What's it been like for the past year?
Obviously, this year has been awesome for me. I mean, I earned my first 3 caps this year. I mean, there was a point of my career that I wasn't even expecting to play anymore, because I've been in and out of national teams, always been reserve.
Right.
And then with this new coach, I was given a chance, and then fortunately I did well, and then I kept earning 2 more caps.
Right.
So, yeah, it's been a good year. Also, in terms of UFL, we finished 5th. So I think it's an improvement from last year's 6th. I mean, it's a small improvement, but it's better than, you know, staying stagnant or going back places. But yeah, it's been a fantastic year.
Personally, mentally, what has changed is sort of in your approach to the game or your confidence because of what's transpired in the last few months?
Yeah, obviously, I think I'm more confident now because I've been gaining more experience both internationally and locally. I'm also still learning, and I think it's still improving. You know, I haven't reached my peak yet. I'm just 24 years old, and that's what I'm aiming for. You know, just continue to improve every game, every training. Just take it one game at a time, and I hope that I'll get to play longer. You know, like maybe until my
Who
late
kept on
30s
hitting
or
you
40s.
before? Who kept on hitting you and telling you to shut up and just wait for your time to come?
Yeah, I think it was you. Yeah. Was it?
Such modesty coming from this
Dapat
guy.
lang, no, people gotta know.
Right.
You know, talent like Patrick, young as he is, to think like that, because I know, because I got pissed off at the other coach before. So when he told me, then the second time that they came to me and asking for Patrick was a little negative about it, and I said, I said, your time will come, okay, your time will come, it's going to happen. You need to nurture young talent, okay? It's a shout out to all the other coaches also, trainers or what have you. You need to nurture this talent and keep it up, even when they're down, okay? For any athlete for that matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, your time will come. Your time will come. You know, if you're really good enough, you will be identified. You will be, given a chance. And Patrick, in less than a year, I think, from the last time I told you, it happened. So, and I knew that Patrick would learn a lot from Coach Jorge, okay, with his vast experience goalkeeping. And I saw that, apparently, I saw that right away. Because there's one thing wrong, ibubukin na kita Pat ngayon. There's one thing wrong with Patrick that I hated since high school, until the Green Archers. But he changed when he came out from the Azkals camp, okay, which is on the counter. On the counter. Patrick loves to laze around, you know, his body's like a lizard, so he moves like a freaking lizard too. So slowly, you know. Now, Patrick is that other aspect to his game. After an attempt, he gets the ball, he goes right away to the counter.
Right, looking for the distribution right away.
Yeah, I think I have to give a shout out to Coach Jorge. He helped me a lot. I mean, we have a good relationship now, and I hope that he continues to be the national team goalkeeper coach. You know.
And then don't forget Patrick, also Coach Lolo.
Yeah, of course, Coach Lolo.
We should
Since high school, college.
Oh really? Yeah, Coach Lolo's a cool guy, man. You got a chance to hang out with him at the tryouts for Clear. Real quick for everybody, Jorge Kuriyama, that's his last name, right? Is also the goalkeeping coach of Global. Can we just make it today, just starting today, nobody calls him George anymore. All right, because I asked him about it. He's
calls him George.
A lot of people call him George, right? And people are like, well, people keep calling me George. And I'm like, but your name's Jorge, right? And he's like, yeah, that's my name, but people keep pronouncing it differently. And I was like, dude, that's your name. You gotta tell them that they can't pronounce your name differently, right? So
you know,
Jorge.
if your spelling is Jorge, it's Jorge, not George.
All
If it's a George, it's a George.
So let's just get that out of the way. So it's
you know, one thing about Jorge,
Yeah.
if we're talking
Cool guy.
about Coach Jorge,
Cool guy.
when these guys got back from Maldives, we had a game, Archers had a game, and the coaching staff was there, global. Coach Limas, Manson even actually asked me that, you know what you're going to do, know what you're supposed to do, because if we beat that team, who did we play against?
Kaya.
Yeah,
They'll be.
that will make them at least a sure thing to be champions.
You guys beat them that
Yeah.
day.
2-0.
And Coach Jorge approached me. I wanted to tell him, you have nothing explained to me about Patrick not being able to play Maldives. He explained to me all this, maybe most probably just like a father would, you know, I mean, somebody, a father to another father, saying, you know, their son was, you know, that his time will come. And what Jorge said, Patrick's going to play an awesome game today. That was the game against Kaya. And we won that game, right?
Yeah,
2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
I was itching to play that game.
Yeah,
I
so-
play that much.
So, you know, people should understand that coaches are just not coaches. That's why I like the coaching staff now. Not saying that I didn't like the coaching staff before, even better now, because Thomas Dooley, Jorge, and Bruno, even if Bruno's still young, you know, I mean, they take the personal approach to the players.
Right.
It's a different thing, guys. I'm telling you, if you approach,
It's not just all technical, you know.
it's not all technical. It's you know,
Which is
the
crucial,
players
yeah.
will not feel the warmth. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're an athlete, when you're a player, and the coach, and you know that the coach or the coaching staff are into you as an individual and as a team, all right, as a whole, you tend to perform better.
Yeah.
You know, a very good example here in the world stage, World Cup, is the Netherlands team.
Of course.
Netherlands has been bridesmaid for 3 World Cups.
Mm.
Okay, that hurts a lot. But what I'm saying is, the thing that is like years past, I don't know which World Cup. The Netherlands team was all superstars. All superstars. It's because of this stupid licensing thing. I'm sorry, FIFA, AFC, but the licensing thing. Everybody knew that it had to be Johan Cruyff to be the coach, because all the players. This is the time of Ruud Gullit, Frank Rijkaard, and Van Basten, the trio. That they all said that they wanted Johan Cruyff. Why? Number one is because Johan Cruyff was their idol, the whole team, all 20 plus players of them, before the final list. But because of the rules and all that, they didn't.
Who was the coach?
I think no, that's way before his time. I forgot. It's quite a long time. That's the year wherein the discovery of the year was a keeper. Young blood, something like that. He was a second division keeper,
Right.
but first choice keeper in the World Cup, and he performed so well that they ended up bridesmaid. I think this was against either Argentina or against Germany.
Do you think this is the year?
Either one of those 2 years.
No,
This
I mean-
year now,
I mean, do you think this is
I
the one?
hope, but I mean, the 12th man in Brazil is a very
Yeah.
strong player.
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy.
remember last year I already mentioned that Germany from the last World Cup is a team to beat. This World Cup now. That was before Brazil became the hosts. Now that Brazil is the host, all fanatics, one of the largest countries in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody loves football. But you know, if the players of Netherlands know how to get the energy that the Brazilians are going to give their team, you know what I'm saying? Some athletes are like that. You know, they are able to get, like let's say Philippines is playing Malaysia, Azkals are playing Malaysia, of course, or let's say Indonesia, worst crowd. Okay, I mean not worst,
Best crowd.
best crowd, you know, wild fanatics. If they, okay na, sige na, wag ka lang mag-impact. Sorry folks. Kasi kailangan ko mag-ano ng Anyway, the thing is, instead of being negative, instead of being scared, because when you get out, thousands and thousands, 80,000, 100,000, 120,000, screaming, you can't even hear your teammate, you can hear your coach at all.
Yeah.
But you can reverse it to your energy.
Yeah.
That's what I hope that Netherlands would do if they reach the finals, which I hope they do.
Right.
Because I need a very good excuse to stay up. My body clock since the World Cup started is totally shut.
Yeah.
I haven't slept. Some days I haven't slept because there's 3 or 4 games, all beautiful games. Who can sleep?
So
You know?
I gotta get back to asking Patrick Deyto the question because we went like this way and then we went that
That's the way I am. Sorry.
Right?
Simple like
No, what we were talking about was sort of like the chemistry that you guys had in the national camp. Obviously, the new coaching staff, you were mentioning sort of this individual approach to you guys, that treating you guys more like people as opposed to figuring out your mentality, understanding your character. You have one of the unique experiences of also being able to experience both sides. You did the first national team, few outings that you had, which did not pan out the way you thought it would be, and now you have this experience with Coach Dooley, Bruno, and Jorge. How has that been? What has been the biggest difference you feel?
I think they're, with the coaching staff now, I think they're more passionate and enthusiastic about the game and about coaching us. It's not just, like what I've said earlier, it's not just all technical stuff. They also talk to us personally, even something not related to football, like just being together, like telling stories, joking around, something like that. It builds the relationship, and when you have a good relationship with the coach, and it makes you more happy and makes you perform better.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's the difference from the last, at least for me, from the last coaching staff. Because this year it's like more of a personal thing.
Right.
And I prefer it this way because, you're gonna be together for like a month. Like we went to Bahrain for a training camp and Maldives for a tournament. So you guys have to have a good relationship. If you have a good relationship, then it's gonna be easier to train every day. You won't get homesick, stuff like that.
Coach Jorge seems like an interesting cat. I've met him a few occasions. Very entertaining guy. He's very light.
It's crazy.
What did he tell you before your big appearance in Cebu up against Malaysia? Was that your biggest game? What was the biggest game that you played?
Most probably.
Right?
That is biggest game.
What did he tell you before you stepped out onto the pitch?
I just told me to play my game. He told me we worked hard for 3 days. You're ready for this. You played an awesome game against Malaysia during the first one, March 1.
Yeah.
So it's nothing different. Just play your game and just be confident. You have a good team in front of you.
Yeah.
So for me, the whole team played really well. Credit should go to like entire team, like OJ, Chris, Rota played well, and I can't name everyone, but everyone played well for me, and it's a team thing. I think that result was achieved because of a team performance, not just by any individual. So
I think Pat's coming out party was the second Malaysian match.
Right.
During the save, the penalty.
So Cebu, right?
I should have let him pay for my ticket, man. I was there?
yeah.
Oh,
yeah, we talked about that.
You're in the hotel.
yeah.
They were the game.
Thanks to Stanley Villasin for sponsoring my stay there overnight, but
Gian, do you think we can find like a video of that penalty save? And can you guys just let me know if it's ready, and then we'll put it on a little later on. It was a fantastic save, and I especially like the celebration as well. He's shouting at the.
I was afraid for this guy. That's not the way he is. There's one instance in the uni games I will not say, but this game could have been. Never mind.
I thought he was
Forgot
shouting.
about that?
Bad situation. I had to make salo the whole team, or else my team would have. Where do you see a team that walked out and became champion?
Really?
Only in the Philippines.
So I wanted to ask you as well, like, what's it like to have such a experienced center back pairing in front of you? You were able to practice with Juan Igorado and Rob Gear. of
Both
course.
Malaysian games were different center backs, right?
I think you had Anton.
I had Anton.
Who were you more comfortable with? Which pair of center backs? Don't worry, they don't watch the show.
It's pretty much the same.
Same?
Yeah, I think.
No, you had the confidence?
Yeah, but having Rob and Wani or Anton, obviously they're experienced players. It's big, because especially during my first game, I was kind of nervous, and them being there, they keep talking to me, so my mind is still in the game, and they give me advice constantly, and it just also their play, how they play, they're really good. So having an experienced center back is really big.
Did you thank Anton after the game for giving the chance to save the penalty?
No, I think I should
That's a
have.
nice way of saying it.
I should have thanked the referee.
No, the thing there was, from what I heard when I was in Cebu, was only the referee came over. So I'm not diminishing. I'm trying to put down any of the Filipinos again, but the two assistant referees were locals.
Dude, that was
And they were
so
afraid
far
to
away
call
from
it.
the box, man.
They were afraid to call it. Just like our game, the last game we had against Pachanga.
Layo.
Referee gave a penalty. The foul was outside. The guy landed inside. He called it inside. The linesman, the assistant, didn't win. Anyway.
I heard about that, yeah.
But you know, the thing there is, what is good with Patrick is, like you said, he's still young. He's got so much. Look at the Colombian goalkeeper. I thought Buffon was the eldest.
Oh, yeah.
43 years,
Yeah.
42 years old. The Colombian. Was it
43.
Colombian?
43.
Yeah.
Colombian.
Yeah.
I think it's Mondragon.
Was it-
I think his name was
Chile, you know.
Mondragon.
I don't know, but I saw it on Facebook. They were like 3-1 up in the last 10 minutes, 3-1 up, and then the coach sent him in, so he would get that milestone in his life. It was really, I think it was a great moment for him.
Yeah, but that's the way they looked at it. But when they took up David Villa, they got another reaction.
That would be a crime.
Why did you take him out? Why did you start him? Why did you? I mean, my God, so hard.
We were mentioning a while ago. I didn't get a chance to hear you, but you said you wanted to continue to play for a long time. What kind of? How long did you want to play?
Maybe into my 40 if I can.
Wow.
I mean, football's my life. I mean,
Yeah.
it gives purpose to my life, and I never want to stop playing. Even though, maybe if I stop playing, I'd probably end up like Coach Hans, probably
In coaching?
go into coaching
Yeah.
because I really love the game.
And
I really love the
like,
game.
what, Konyo? What?
I really love the game, and I can't leave it. I can't see myself leaving it
Wow.
anytime soon. So,
You know what is good now, Jing,
Yeah.
is there are a lot of, because when I was a player, none of the freaking players wanted to become a coach or anything. Now, let's say starting 2010 maybe, a lot of the players now are looking forward to another career in football
Yeah.
when they're retired.
Right.
This is the way it's supposed to be.
some are even doing it simultaneously,
Yeah.
playing and coaching the side. So,
It's getting outrageous, folks. In fact, I just realized quite recently that all my money that I make is based on Philippine football now. I write, I do commentating and all that. I'm like, dude, I'm being sustained solely by an industry that did not exist.
You know where my
5
cars
years
and my
ago.
motorcycles come
Same
from?
thing.
Football money, man.
Yeah.
It's football money. Everything is foot. Yeah,
But you've been doing it for 33 years. All I'm saying is like,
34.
I mean, there's become like an auxiliary industry to it that is supporting Philippine football. And now
But
we
like
can
what Patrick
live off
said,
it.
if he wasn't playing, he would be coaching something.
Yeah.
If I wasn't coaching, I think I'd be a mafioso boss. Or, some joke. Again, some righteous people might say again something, Konyo. You guys should fucking know if I'm joking or not. Anyway,
But that took a while, like an hour before you cussed for the first time.
I'm being a nice guy now.
Yeah, it's,
Since Sister May.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you, hi, Sister May.
since Simone put Sister May, he's toned down quite a few notches. I'm curious to see, like, you're 24 years of age. We have a pool of goalkeepers right now that represent the Philippines. They're not too far from you, like not too much older than you. How old is Neil Etheridge?
Neil's the same age as mine.
Same age as you, and Roland Mueller is how old?
Roland's, I think, 2 years.
2
Older.
years
than me, yeah.
Older.
So that's it's an incredible amount of talent that we have here. What's it like for you being part of that group?
I mean, it's good because it's healthy competition inside the team. I mean, not just Neil and Roland. Obviously, they're good players based from
Nick
Europe, but
Nick.
also locally, like Nick and Edward, of course, still there. I think it's good for the Philippines, obviously, because the goalkeeping department and we have depth,
Yeah.
locally and
Super.
internationally, and I think it will really benefit all the keepers because, like what I said during trainings, if you're in competition with a good keeper, then it pushes you to work hard and to be your best.
If you don't have competition,
You tend to be complacent.
you become complacent.
You relax.
You go down.
Right.
So
You
if you have a healthy competition, this is what Jorge always tells me to. This is good for you because it pushes me to perform even better,
Right.
to keep up to them. Especially in Challenge Cup. Imagine training with Neil and Roland and me.
Yeah.
So there are times that I have to keep up with them because they're doing things that are really difficult. But
I got a
you can't
story.
beat left.
I have a story in Sobel and in Taft with 3 keepers, 3 different years. I won't mention the other 2 guys anymore, but one still plays when he has the time. He plays in the UFL, second division. I always said, okay, you need to be on top of your game. Okay. The other one, the second one, the one that Patrick overtook. The first one I said, you need to be on top of your game because this guy, the younger one, about 2 years, I think, below him, is getting better. And he was also he's another 6-footer. So you need to improve. It came to a point that, rightfully so, like I said, the number 2 keeper, the second one, came out.
Right.
So this number 1, I didn't know he could play field. I didn't want to kick him out. And he was a damn good winger. So I put him as a winger. Then Patrick came along, and I told this number 2, you need to keep up. Okay, and he became a little bit insecure when Patrick came. So it stopped there now. I'm looking for another keeper now that can take over or overtake Patrick.
Right.
I think that's my contribution to the goalkeeping in the Philippines, if that can happen. So far, I've lost about 3 centimeters with my goalkeeper. Well, he's a good keeper. He's tall. He's very young.
Yeah.
He's only 17. Oh, by the way, he's going to Brazil. He will compete with the.
Oh, really?
He will be competing there with other world teams.
Oh, nice.
They won They won the Kia Enter the Arena Championship. The LSU, sorry, my team. 6 guys coming in without the coach.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kia. The 6 boys are leaving, I think, next week.
Oh.
They'll be competing against the rest of the world. It's a futsal rule game, 5-a-side, but outdoor.
Right.
And then all of these guys who are competing there will be watching a quarterfinal match. I just don't remember
Awesome.
which stadium is going to be in, which game it's going to be.
On the bright side, Coach Hans, you get to hang out with us. I mean, for another week.
The credit is good, but I need cash. No, but the thing is, there should be a really healthy competition.
Yeah, and you guys definitely have that. I mean, no, I don't think there's a goalkeeping area or team that has that kind of, yung talagang, I mean, that level of quality is spectacular. I mean, Neil Etheridge, tried and tested, proven. We've seen him perform at difficult situations. Then Roland Mueller has a Challenge Cup that is insane,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
So being part of that, I mean, you didn't get the game time that perhaps that you wanted in Maldives, but to watch Roland Mueller perform at that level, what's it like for you sitting on the
It's
bench?
inspiring. It's really inspiring. I mean, I remember when he saved that penalty in the semifinals, Maldives. I jumped all the way to Jorge and we celebrated, 2 of us. I mean, it wasn't me who saved the penalty, but I was so happy because it's really inspiring to see him play like that. It's someone I look up to. Also Neil, and it's not the challenge was nothing but a learning experience for me. I mean, training with them is already a big benefit for me. So,
Speaking of the Malaysian game, Cebu, we have the video.
Oh, right. Crowning moment here.
Just to
Let's
remind
just
the
relive
others
that for a moment.
here. Watch the reaction of Patrick after. I thought he gave the.
Well, this is a vantage point that
There's
I have
another-
not seen.
Yeah, me too. This is another side.
Perhaps
Whistle.
we're gonna get to
Okay,
see the
now.
crowd here.
Bang!
Boom.
Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd.
Oh!
And look at Patrick giving the thumbs up to the linesman.
You can read his mouth is the best.
I was afraid that this guy was going to get a card, the way he reacted.
Oh, we'll see. if
I
we-
know him.
Yeah.
Patrick, the people don't know
I got
this.
carried away.
This German keeper, Patrick is the one I told you about. The crazy German keeper, years past.
African?
No, way before him. Even
know.
before Sepp Meyer.
Wasn't born.
You weren't born yet, but I remember, I told you about this. This guy hates to lose even in training.
Right.
Even if they're just fooling around and somebody scores on him, you'll see his teammates all, and his guy's pissed off like shit. Okay? That, I didn't say anything to him. I didn't tell him, hey Patrick, relax. Because I wanted him to maintain that kind of attitude.
Yeah.
It's very hard to look. That keeper, I forgot. I saw him play in Finland during Jari Litmanen's retirement game. He was a keeper. During halftime, they took a kid, a lady, and an old man with a freaking big stomach to score against penalties against him. He got the kid and the girl's kicks, right? And this old man came in and scored. So the crowd went wild, right? The old man, of course, respecting him, because world class, very well known, went to shake his hand.
He didn't shake his head.
He turned, he got so fucking pissed off. And that's how Patrick is. Okay? That's how Patrick. I mentioned it before. I saw his training video. I was trying to get it for you. I forgot where I saw that, who I borrowed the video from. It was still Betamax. VHS of Betamax.
Mahirap na yan.
No, he's a monster.
Right.
He's a monster. He needs 4 trainers. When he does it, he he wants, to be killed during training. That's why he's one of the best. But just like Zidane in the last World Cup, Zidane, we all know his headbutt.
Yeah,
This guy
got a little crazy.
had a big leg up on Fernandez midsection.
He Nigel de Jong'd him.
At least
the
he
World
didn't bite
Cup.
him.
Huh?
Yeah, at least he didn't bite him.
Yeah. No, he ate well before the match.
Who do you look up to most? Who's your idol keeper?
Right now,
Yeah,
probably David De Gea from Manchester United.
I like it. I like it. A lot of people give him shit because he had
Yeah.
a rough season with Manchester United, but I'm a huge Manchester United fan, and I'm a big fan of David De Gea.
It's not that easy. Yeah, it's not that easy, to adjust
like-
to the Premier League.
Yeah, and
The
he's
game-
young.
the
He's
game-
super
also
young.
the game, like, I pity Iker Casillas.
Yeah.
Iker. People are hating on his parade and all this, but they don't know that one goal was not his fault. I don't know if it's Piqué or Ramos that passed the ball back to him when the striker was around.
Right.
Yeah,
And
but
he was
it-
beaten.
And he miscontrolled it though. Like his
But
touches.
he didn't play really well this World Cup.
Yeah, well, the whole Spanish team first
Yeah.
11 are old.
But I think it's because, not starting for Madrid, he lost confidence, lost form.
Became rusty.
Yeah.
But people like
Yeah.
I saw a post on Facebook. They showed a picture of him. People are ranting about Iker's
Yeah, they
personal
shouldn't.
game in the World Cup. Then there's another picture down here, wherein there were two of his teammates. I think it was the World Cup, also past World Cup, sliding and an opponent down, and Iker was flying, doing a Batman
Right.
like this to punch out in the air. Did you see this? Did you see that
I haven't
picture?
seen this one.
This is the thing. It's so hard to satisfy the fans.
Yeah.
Well, I know I can understand that because I coach, I used to play. I think all of us would be the same, okay? But, for a fan who just supports, they have so much to say. Spain, defending champion, so what? Just because you're defending champion, you become champion right away. I don't know if it's only Brazil that has done that.
Twice.
Twice in a row.
Back-
Has anybody defended in World Cup?
I think Brazil, yeah.
Brazil. I think only Brazil did because Brazil is 5 already.
Right.
Okay. And then we need to understand World Cup comes every 4 years.
Yeah.
The first 11 of Spain, I think only 2 were not starters last World Cup.
And then they did the Euros as well. I mean,
Yeah.
how critical do you have to be
Yeah.
angry at your
I think
Spain
that's the sad
team?
part. Yeah, the
Yeah.
sad part. People forget easily.
Yeah.
Even with
Yeah.
Casillas.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a hero a few years ago, brought the 2 European Cups, the World Cup, and then just one bad
Yeah.
performance, then he gets all the
Yeah.
criticisms already. I mean,
Just-
it's kind of unfair from his
It
part.
is.
Yeah, that's for the info of others. If you're gonna rain on the parade of a goalkeeper, let it be like if it's a one-on-one or like the goal of the goalkeeper of, was it Russia?
Yeah.
The commentator just said that he's considered one of the
Okay.
best in the world,
Yeah.
but he's
Yeah. It happens.
boom. That one, yes, okay, you can screw him up because that's a safe ball, but it went through. But situations, look at the situations, folks. I mean, if there was a bad back pass, from your teammate, from your back line, what have you, or from any teammate for that matter, bad back pass, and then there's a striker that comes in, your opposing striker comes in, and they score. That's not the fault of the keeper.
Right.
You cannot fault the keeper for that. Oh yeah, he misplaced it. Yeah, but what is he supposed to do when the ball was passed back to him when there was a striker there? That mistake, I as a coach, I'm going to curse the defender straight down, not the
Right.
keeper. Patrick knows this. I will scream at him if I know it's his fault, whether it's a goal or not goal or whatever, when he can get a ball, but actually something else happens. I can do that to him. But I can say this, and all the other keepers that has passed through me, or others, or even Jorge can say that same. Where if you know it's not the fault of the keeper, why get mad at the keeper?
Yeah.
Because the boss, the boss, you don't see him react to anything, even after that one, no?
Mario
But-
on the sideline.
The thing there is, being a keeper takes a special talent, folks. Okay, it's very hard to look for a keeper like in Patrick's size.
Yeah.
I've said that in the past episodes. The last keeper that we had, a 6-footer, Oliver Gay. who lives now in Australia. He was
Down
a-
under.
He was a keeper for the national side with Bert Honasan, Nonong Araneta, and so and so. He was the tallest keeper ever. Okay? And he wasn't even 6'2". Patrick's 6'2". Are you 6'2", 6'3"?
I think 6'1".
No, I'm 6'1". You're taller than me.
I don't know. Not sure about my height.
Go to the clinic, okay?
It's so annoying
Stop
people
check.
debating about if they're 6'2" or 6'1".
How old are you?
5'4" and a half. Stop that noise, guys. Seriously. Yeah, you know that there's a saying that goes, you got to be a little crazy to be a goalkeeper,
Yeah.
right?
Not little. You have to be crazy. to be a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
No, you need to.
I just can't
Eccentric.
imagine. I just can't imagine. Yeah,
Keepers.
eccentric, right?
Eccentric.
I just can't imagine, being in a position where you're going to dive at people's feet when they're running at
Exactly.
you 100 kilometers an
Your
hour.
head, your face, your
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
Well, how
are
do you
on the
prepare
line.
yourself for something like that?
And I think it's just instinct. You just really do it.
It's
I
also in
You don't do
training.
it in training. It's
In training.
like it's more and relaxed, but in the game, it just really comes out. You
No,
know, like
when you're
you
young,
dive on
Jing, it's
feet.
like this. When you're young, whoever's teaching the goalkeeper kid, you need to teach how to protect yourself. You need to protect your head, your neck, number one, your neck.
Right.
Okay? So if you come out, you see a lot of one-on-ones. I've told Patrick and all the past keepers before. If you're coming out one-on-one, you come out this protect and you come out here.
Right.
I've seen players of the other team break their shin, hitting not the knee, exactly knee of my keeper, but the bone right here under the knee.
Yeah.
That's what you protect.
Ugh.
If you don't know how to play, you're just gonna run straight instead of jumping over the keeper, right?
Right.
Because you're trying to save up. I've had a player during a scrimmage. Patrick knows him. He's teammate before.
Yeah.
Stupid dork came out scrimmage. Came out. My keeper is a big dude. Came out. He kept on running, smashed in. Boom! From where I was sitting, I heard the crack.
Ew.
I heard the crack. So
Ugh.
I told. You think I felt pity for him?
No.
I
Of course
told
not.
the- I told the guy who got injured, stupid. What did I tell you? Scrimmage. You saw him coming out.
Have the jump.
Jump.
Oh, that's got to be the best, right? You're,
I mean,
you're
it
on the
happens.
ground, that fucking hurts, man. Your coach
With
is
shin
telling
guards
you,
on.
you suck.
With shin guards on. So it takes a different, how do you say, personality, character
Yeah.
to be a good keeper. Of course, height is number one. This I've been saying, to the parents actually. You know your kid. You would know. You will see if your kid's going to be a tall keeper or a tall kid.
Yeah.
Whether it's a boy or a girl. This is what Philippines lack. Goalkeepers.
Right.
And the more you have, this is why I how do you say, I applaud Relly, San Agustin, and the other guys that put up that academy.
Goalkeeping academy.
Yeah, which I hope they get Patrick to help out and teach there also, and other keepers, especially those who are in the UFL,
Yeah.
experienced keepers, for that matter. It takes, like I said, it takes a different character. For a young kid of, let's say, very rare to see here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
A 7, 8-year-old, 9-year-old kid
Is it
wants
like,
to play keeper.
Is it like that? I mean, can you identify somebody who would be like, if he's got his keeper gloves on and he's playing as a goalkeeper, but you can tell that he has some tendencies where he hesitates or whatever, or he's afraid of the contact or whatever. Can you tell that from
Yeah,
somebody?
you can see it
Yeah.
when you watch him play.
Mm.
If he hesitates, thinks twice about doing something,
Right.
or he gets scared of the ball. He's like he turns his back on the ball. It's something that you can see as a keeper. Other people they don't really notice it because they're just a normal player, normal person. But for a keeper like me, I can relate to them, so I can see. Oh, you can't turn your back on the ball. I mean, no matter. Like if it's really close to you and you think that the player's gonna smash it, you still can't turn your back on the ball. You have to make yourself as wide as you can.
Yeah.
And if it hits in your face, then it hits your face. It's a save.
Right.
So it's something that you have to accept as a goalkeeper.
There are two things.
You guys are crazy, bro.
No, there are two things there that if you're young, if the kid himself or herself says, "I want to play keeper," keep them. It's another thing that the kid is being pushed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
become a keeper.
Right.
Eh yung pala bading.
Uh-huh.
Ibang bola palang gusto. Mahirap na. No, but the thing is, this is what I've noticed through the decades that I've been in the youth program. Iba, I tell some parents also when I see it, I just sit behind. I mean, Patrick knows this. When I'm in Sobel, I just stay back first before I start training. I watch the elementary kids, for example. If I see a parent pushing the kid to salin mo na yan, I said, relax. At then, parang hindi mapaya sa anak niya. Sabi ko sa dad, I said, pare, sabihan mo namin, hirap ka, balik ka. Hindi, coach, kasi kailangan matapang yan. Sabi ko, tinanong ko, sino ba yung gusto maging keeper? Yung anak mo o ikaw? Hindi makasagot. Ikaw yun. Hindi makasagot eh.
Right.
Sabi ko, pare, huwag mo itulak. Let the kid find his own, his own niche in the team or in the sport. Pabayaan mo kasi, what I don't like, it's a shame to see kids, let's say, below 13, below 12 years old, that quit a certain sport and go to another sport. Because that turn off.
Right.
What pangit tingnan niya. That's not nice. You have to let the kid just go. The kid will decide for himself or for herself if he or she is for football. Okay? If you see, I've seen this through the years, I'm telling you, meron yung mga bata, alam mo yung mga sinasabi mga singers, ang hilig kumanta, pero yung kanta walang hilig sa singer. Alam niyo yun, di ba? I've seen this countless times. But if this kid has the right attitude, continues, no matter what, ang tawag niya mga bugoy. Yung mga bugoy, yung mga, alam niyo yan, mga bugoy, yung mga training team, let's say, team B, not even team B, team C. Pero every year, nandun pa rin. Makikita mo yung improvement eh. Remember I told you about choosing player A who's very good, but lousy attitude?
Yeah.
And player B, who's so-so, but beautiful attitude. I'll kick out player A and take player B.
Right, every time.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I've got some figure. Before somebody says something again. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Galing, ha?
Very good, huh?
Alright.
Very simple.
Okay. It's the thing. You need to, for the parents, again, please, let the kids find out for themselves. Maybe the most you can do if you want the kid to become a goalkeeper, say, anak, ano bang gusto mo talaga?
Batuhan mo ng bola sa bahay.
It's very hard to find, It's very hard to find a goalkeeper here in the Philippines. Because every kid and the parents think that when you're a striker, you score goals, you're the hero.
Yep.
So you're the one doing talk about, not anymore.
Yeah, not all.
Maybe decades ago, yes. But not all coaches would prescribe to that. But now, no more. Not anymore. It's where you are most effective.
Right.
Okay? So yung mga coaches rin, I just talked to my former assistant coach yesterday. I called him, who's working in the South. I got shocked when he told me about a mom, when he started, mom coming out to the match and gave the coach a list. Coach, ito yung first 11.
Mas marunong. No, coach, I got this one. I've been studying.
Yeah. I said, I got shocked. I said, what? Seryoso ka? Coach, totoo, coach.
I scouted the opposition for you. This is the one.
Oh my God. I mean, it happens. I'm sure it happens anywhere.
I'd love to see that.
Especially in private schools.
Right.
Especially in private
Oh,
schools.
that'd be awesome. I
Anyway,
want to see
but-
somebody try that on Coach Hands.
Oh, I told him something.
Oh, you see what kind of vein pops up in your head, or he'd be so angry.
Well,
So, what are the key attributes? If you want to be a goalkeeper, what are the necessities?
the first one. First, I've been telling you always before.
This is
Kailangan, it can be a T, can be an M.
Okay.
It's a Tagalog word.
T or M? Go for it. What is it?
Has to be brave, I think.
Okay.
That's the English version.
Oh,
Pero
right.
matapang,
Yeah,
matapang.
you have to be brave. of
Kasi,
course.
like you said it earlier.
I mean,
But you said if you hit your face, it's the same.
yeah, it's an
I know.
innate characteristic that you develop,
Right.
through the years. Because I was guilty of this through before. You get scared of the ball. I mean, it's normal. I think everyone
Yeah.
would. It's normal. I mean, if someone like Izu Habib, when you're just like a college player, Izu, it's like 10 yards away and
Yeah.
just shoots in front of you, full swing. Of course, sometimes you get to turn your back on the ball, you get scared. I mean, it's something that everyone would be guilty about. But through the years, I mean, you develop this bravery that, no, I have to face it, I have to do something about it. Can't make it easy for him. At least make it a bit difficult. If it's like an open goal, just make it a bit difficult. I mean, just don't give it.
Right.
You know what? We're going to do a follow-up on this show. Well, since Patrick's here today, I'm going to ask Jorge to come.
Oh, dude, yeah, we should definitely get
We'll
him
ask
on the show.
Jorge to come next week. Since it was... Thomas, sorry, you showed twice already here.
No, we'd love to have Coach Jorge on the program.
Let's say Bruno and Jorge, or
Yeah.
maybe just Jorge,
Funny guy, too, so.
I don't understand him. He's going to speak Spanish, Latin,
Broken English.
Japanese.
Broken English is good, man. We'll take it. But yeah, I mean...
I think we're going to have fun with him. I think we're going to have fun with Coach Jorge here.
Yeah,
So
I always have fun with Coach
So
Jorge.
the Philippine football committee will also know,
Yeah.
the coaching staff of the Azkals and what Patrick's been talking about. And of course what OJ, Ken and Simone has been saying also about
Yeah.
the coaching staff. So we don't make liars of the players.
Yeah.
We'll invite the guys.
It's
So
an interesting time as well. I mean, obviously, there's a new coaching staff, a coaching staff that really enjoys being here as well, which is a big plus for us. They've really taken to the Philippines,
Yeah.
have enjoyed it here, so
Yeah.
that's a big advantage for the Philippines. But you guys have also got this new crop of players that are sort of coming through the
that's
Azkals.
2014.
Yeah, the Azkals setup, and all of you guys are very young. I mean, Jason De Jong is still, 24, 25? He's still
Yeah, it's
young.
my age thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got Jason De Jong, OJ Porteria, Kenshiro Daniels, yourself, Daisuke Sato, Amani Aguinaldo.
No, Simone, don't forget Simone. 22 Simone, you said you're 22. I believe you! I believe you!
Yeah, Kurt also.
Yeah, Chris Dizon. So I mean, it's an exciting
Munoz
time.
also in the pool.
Who Munoz?
Thomas Dooley used him one of the first friendlies.
Which Munoz?
Formerly from Kaya, now I think it's the Stallions.
Who, Wilson Munoz? No.
No, that was
Goalkeeper.
Bidik,
Junior
maybe it's
Munoz.
Joven.
What?
Joven Bedig.
No, Munoz.
No Munoz.
Phil Foreigner.
Who's that? I don't know.
No Munoz.
Is
Junior
that
Munoz. Junior
Junior?
Munoz never made it to the national team.
No,
Oh, maybe
no,
Drew. Drew Liao.
Drew
No,
Liao.
I know Drew. No,
What?
Munoz.
I don't know.
Never mind, you guys. I'm only one there too. I'm correct. You're wrong.
Who's this
Hey,
guy?
no Munoz. He's part of the team. Man.
No, it was. Wait. Formerly, never mind. He was from Kaya, now he's
Oh,
Stallions.
man, 70s na yan, ha?
Gago. Yung months ago lang. Anyway, as you were saying.
Yeah, so new batch, new crop of players that are coming through. I mean, it seems like it's a very exciting time for us, and this will be a very solid core to what has been a very effective Azkals team since 2010.
Yeah, I mean, other people are saying that it's a right mix of experience and youth.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's good, because like us, the young players, we get to learn from the
Yeah.
more experienced one. It's beneficial for us, and maybe we can do the same. When we grow and become more established national team,
Yeah.
we can pass the same thing to the up and coming players in the national team in the future. So it's a good thing. It's a positive thing.
Wait, are we doing the questions?
Yeah, I think we can. I think we should be.
Yeah, because there's one question I remembered asking Patrick, how do you see yourself in 10 years from now? Where will you be 10 years from now?
Well, he would be
will you be playing still local, or would you
34.
like to play abroad and all that? What's your main, how'd you say, ambition?
I guess we're starting the 12th man. Here it is. Royce Sabad
Yeah, that's it.
Dukia.
Sabadukia.
Sabadukia. That's a cool last name, man. All right, Coach Hans and Jing, I've been watching Hands On for a month already. Hey, good
So
job.
you've watched only one show.
Oh, it's been a good season. I'm really glad that there's a show about Philippine football. We're glad too. The question is, as one of the top goalkeepers in the Philippines, what do you hope to achieve the next 10 years of your football career? Royce from Tokyo, Japan. Yo, we're worldwide.
But the level who else?
All right, so yeah.
Patrick,
That's
what
a
do you-
tough question, but I'm not really a person who looks into the future that much. Really.
Right.
I'm just really concerned about the present. But of course, everyone wants to have the opportunity to play abroad. But I'm not sure. I don't know where I'm gonna end up 10 years from now. I love Manila. I really love being here. I haven't lived anywhere else but Manila. So if I would be playing abroad, then that would be awesome. Obviously, it would be a great opportunity. But if I would still be here, playing locally, then that would also be equally good for me.
Right.
You know,
No,
so
let's not.
I think
Don't give a showbiz answer, Patrick.
no, it's not a showbiz answer. It's a real answer.
Putres na
From
yan,
my
that's
heart.
showbiz, konyo. No, kunwari, 10 years. What do you think? 10 years. But in 10 years, you'll be 34 years old.
Will you have
You will
played?
still be playing as keeper. You're still at your peak that time,
Okay.
at that age. But
Let's just throw out some possibilities.
yeah, I
Let's
mean,
throw out some possibilities.
by that time, maybe 10 years, UFL will be nothing like this.
Well, there won't be a
Yeah.
It'll be
Well,
much bigger.
the biggest
you know?
league would be the National League,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
You'd be traveling to
Yeah.
Visayas and Mindanao on a regular basis.
And by 10 years, I'm sure scouts from Asian countries,
Yeah,
from
hopefully.
Southeast Asia, will be coming already also to the
For
Philippines
sure.
because Patrick has shown himself. I mean, against Malaysia, so for sure some Malaysian agents and coaches have seen him because that's how Jason De Jong also got his contract in Indonesia. Same with Javier Patino, who's in Thailand. People know. So within 10 years, because if ever, I'm not trying to put down any of the local keepers that we have now, but Patrick's, I said, the perfect height
Yeah.
for Asian football. Okay,
For any football, really. I mean,
not Asian because if we talk about Europe and all this,
yeah.
these guys are 6'5", 6'7", some are 6'2", even shorter than Patrick. But
Right.
you know what I'm saying is, there will be there if Pat, if a scout comes to you, but don't forget he has to pass through me first. Comes up and talks to you and gives you that opportunity, di ba?
Yeah.
Pero depending what country, let's just whatever country, let's say Thailand.
Yeah, what would turn your head? Thailand, Indonesia, Japan.
Yeah, I mean, any of those would be good. I mean,
Yeah.
Singapore, Thailand,
Yeah.
Malaysia, any of those would be good. I mean, as I've said, it will be a great opportunity to play in another country, you know, experience different culture.
Yeah.
And obviously, I mean, I can treat that as a level up. I mean, no disrespect to the Philippine football, but I can treat it as a level up. And yeah, I mean, that would be something that hopefully will come
Yeah.
in the next 10 years. And I'll be glad to grab that opportunity.
And one more thing, for those agents who are watching now, if you are looking for some Philippine local players to play in your country for different clubs, we're not paying them peanuts anymore.
Right.
Okay, we're not paying them peanuts anymore. A lot of Filipino players are doing their livelihood by playing football.
Ah, it's cool, man.
Not like how many years? 7 years ago.
No, well, you don't even have to go that far back. You
Not
can just
even
go back
5
to
years. 5
4 years back.
4 years back.
Nothing.
Now you know, for the agents there around, the players, our local players now, are being paid handsomely, I should say. So don't come out here and offer them peanuts, okay? Because don't try to insult them on Filipinos. You know already the Filipinos can play.
That's right. What was I? I was going to ask about. You were part of the under-23 setup that didn't get
Yeah.
a chance to compete in the SEA Games. What excites you the most about the younger crop? Is there a particular player that you're looking at, maybe in the under-19s or the 23s, that you feel as if is going to break through soon?
I think the ones that you mentioned a while ago, you know.
But they've already broken through, though. Those
Yeah,
guys.
I mean, but like Amani,
Yeah.
like Daisuke,
Yeah.
and
We're saying it wrong.
OJ.
It's Daisuke.
That's good.
Daisuke.
Yeah.
Daisuke. Okay, I got it.
Oh.
I mean, those guys, I mean, obviously they're
Yeah.
really good players, even though they're young.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, like, a few years from now, how good they would become.
Oof.
You know, and there's this coming tournament, under 21, the Goalkeeper Cup,
Yeah.
which I'm also
Yes.
part of because I'm
That's
one
right.
of the overage players they
Yeah.
selected. So, I mean, if that's going to push through, I'm going to be teammates with them. That would be fantastic for us.
When
you
is
know.
that set to happen?
August in Brunei.
Nice.
So supposed to have training camp this July, but there's a Super Cup, so only if you can make it to the training camp. And some of the other players also are going to take a short vacation because you know, especially the Challenge Cup. Those who are involved in the Challenge Cup, it's really a tiring tournament.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't play a single minute, but it was really a tiring
Right,
trip. You know, geographically, the Maldives is not really an ideal place to have the tournament. You know, going to boat every
Yeah.
training,
Instead of the bus,
every
by
game.
boat.
Boat and bus.
I see.
And then, you know, having the training camp, the Bahrain training camp before Maldives. So we haven't really taken a proper break yet.
Yeah.
You know, so all of us are looking forward to have a short break, and then August we're gonna play again for the Goalkeeper Cup, and then come September, it's gonna be preseason already, so it's hectic. So other players want to have a short vacation, but hopefully August we'll all be together and go to Brunei. I think we have a strong team. OG's there, Kenshiro, Daisuke, Amani, Kurt, and some of the other players also were not part of the senior team, like Pao Bugas, Arnel Amita. These guys can play really well. So I hope it pushes through and hope that I get to play, because the SEA Games has really looking forward to playing that tournament. Since I didn't get to experience that, so hopefully this will make up for it.
Pat, a follow-up question from Royce, but I think you answered this. Thank you for the reply. This is from Royce again.
What's up, Royce?
Hi,
Watch
Royce.
it now.
Don't forget to send up Japanese noodles, please. 232 Amapola Street, Palm Village, Makati. I'm waiting for that, huh? Please send it over before Christmas. Well, I have an alternate question here. It goes, if there's an opportunity to play for an overseas club or league, would you like that opportunity? Why or why not? Like in the Malaysian Super League, for example. I believe your fantastic save against Malaysia caught eyes of scouts. So, I think he answered that already. Maybe, Pat, maybe you can go directly to what he said.
Yeah, if you're like an agent for a Malaysia club, you wanna get me, why not, man? I mean,
Just throwing it out.
I would love to play for another country. As I've said, it's a great opportunity for me.
I think that will be the ultimate for local, like Patrick. I mean, Jason, Javier, but they've played already abroad. Jason's played in Holland, Javier's played in Spain. Real local players like Patrick, young and upcoming. I think that will be a very awesome experience, like what Patrick said earlier, to play abroad, to see the different culture in football.
Yeah, and even to learn more.
Yeah,
learn some more.
Yeah.
I mean,
How they
it's
do
gonna
sprints
be
there,
great.
how the training's gonna be, how the match is gonna be. Because one thing for sure, if Patrick or any of our local boys play abroad, they'll be playing always to some thousands of fans watching,
Right.
not a few 50s.
Hey, that's gonna change, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Hopefully a few years time,
Yeah, that's right.
It can happen as soon as next couple years. We've exciting times in the UFL. I get a chance to work in that environment, and things are changing.
Yes.
Riley San Agustin has been brought in as the general manager. We've got Rico Meneses with working on the
I
marketing.
think the stands there are only a few people watching, but I think on television,
Television,
there are
yes.
lots,
Right.
Typical Filipino attitude, mentality.
Nasa
Oh
TV,
shit,
Brad.
traffic!
Nasa TV, Brad.
I'll watch it lang.
Dito na ako sa bahay, bro.
Dito muna sa bahay. Yung mga naawa ako sa mga call center, yung mga those who love football,
Why?
text na lang. Pare, ano nangyari? What, they can't watch, sorry. Pero, I do believe that there's a little dwindling of spectators, because the last, 2 years ago, there were really people
Right.
watching.
I think it has a lot to do with the fact that it was in Rizal, and Rizal is
True.
easy to get to. I mean, there's
Yeah.
an LRT station that there's
Yes,
a
yes.
jeepney stand right next to it. There's a LRT
You can
area,
park
so-
somewhere else, take the MRT,
Yeah,
LRT.
so it's very accessible.
Parking in McKinley is crazy.
It's the worst.
Terrible.
It's the worst.
Let's not even go there.
Yeah, I mean,
I've got so many things
you're
to say.
sitting 20 minutes, 30 minutes outside of the parking
To an
area.
hour.
It's ridiculous. So, I mean, that stuff is going to need to get sorted out. And there's also the availability of Rizal already.
Yep.
So, the Super Cup the Football Alliance Cup in July is
I
actually
think
going to be played in
today
Rizal.
was
I'm excited for that.
something like an opening or sorts for the press and all that in result.
Perfect.
If it's not today, it's next Thursday.
Yeah, so it's going to be exciting times because we get a chance to play on a full-size pitch. It's going to be a little bit more
Again,
different.
yeah.
It has gone to the international standard.
Yeah,
now.
and like I said, it's a lot more accessible.
And
as
they're
well.
working on right now, from what I heard, they're working on thank you to Richie Ganaban, or Ganaban. He told me last night or the other night, when did we play? Tuesday, the other night,
Tuesday,
that they're working already on and making the showers, the dressing rooms
Oh,
better.
thank you.
And then,
Yeah.
pero mauto ka pa rin.
Kasi
Yes.
You know how soft the
Kasi ako
water
yung
comes out?
Yeah, ako ilang beses ako nauntog dun. And remember, I used to train there every day. And then, the PSCS also plans of putting up the bleachers. Thank you, Chairman Richie, and Executive Director Attorney Roy, for listening. And to Sir Mariano Aranatan for listening. I asked them to build a little extra in the bleachers and put roofing. Kasi kawawa yung mga tao sa bleachers eh.
Right.
Eh, bawal nga magdala ng umbrella, bawal magdala ng ganito, ganyan. So now, at least with the roof over it, I'm sure there will be a lot more people who will come and watch, not just international matches with the Azkals or what have you, but even local matches.
Yeah, man. It's exciting times for Philippine football. We're still at the very beginning of what should be a long journey ahead of us. We're running out of time, so we need to close this baby up. But once again, thank you to Suarez Football Club. There they are. Where is it?
Here.
It's here.
It's so hard. There it is.
Yeah.
So thanks always for the support. We're looking forward to seeing you guys in the first division next year.
Ray, thank you.
They just
Coach Ali.
Yep.
Good luck next season on your first division.
Just snapped up Jeffrey Christians as well.
Yeah.
Congratulations to you guys. Just snapped up Jeffrey Christians. That's the latest addition to them. Not sure if I mentioned that in the last one, but it's a formidable team that they've got building over there with the Bacolod powerhouse. So thanks for supporting the podcast, always being there for us.
Sorry, before we sign off, I forgot to mention, there's going to be a lot of movement again in the UFL.
Yeah.
For sure, because it's always been that way since we started.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting. Of course, Suarez, we already know that they have this top-notch striker from Spain.
Yeah, they brought him in too.
They just signed Jeffrey Christians.
Yeah.
Besides having Carly Demurga, Patrick Reicheld,
The Angeles brothers.
Angeles Marvin and Marvin. And I think they're going to sign up also Wani.
Jeez.
Hirado.
Jesus.
What else? Oh, sorry, am I supposed to say that? No, anyway.
Just breaking news.
No, I just like to make it between the people. Don't ask me, I don't know. Anyway, there will be a lot of movement. It'll be quite interesting.
Yeah, we're definitely going to monitor all that.
We'll see if Stallions will also replace the most players again, because every year they're number one in numbers of players being shipped out or
Exodus.
or
Everybody out, new players.
traded in or what have you. So, and good luck again to Army, Air Force. Hope you guys get back to the first division.
Why are you laughing? Why are you laughing when you say good luck to Army? What's that about?
Someone's tickling my feet. The thing is, no, I've told the coaching staff of the military teams
What?
2 years ago. It's very hard for you guys to compete.
Yes.
Because of the money that's coming in and how do you say, the foreigners are coming in. Of course, being military, it's quite difficult, you know.
Yeah, it is.
It's only Army that had the guts to do this, or they were allowed to do it, when they had some players from the
General Trias.
General Trias, international. But hopefully they get back on, which Bob Guerrero has always been praying for.
No, he's Air Force.
That's right. I'm saying
Air Force to go
military,
back.
yeah. And Miguel David, and of course, the fans of the Air Force. But you know what I love to see? There are loyal fans
Oh yeah.
of the military. They have no choice. They have been there.
Yeah.
Whether they go down to second division, whatever. The main, of course, family members and all, but the fans have stuck with the military teams.
Yeah, they're cool, you know.
I just wish that they will perform better and do better and maybe go up.
Other fans find it a little difficult to stay in the same area with them because, you know, they've got some good vocabulary that they throw out to the referees and to the opposing team members, but, you know, it's very colorful language.
Yeah, because I think that's the effects of being in the war zone. Anyway.
But they're cool guys, they're cool fellas. They're walking around the reigns, shouting like, you know, Philippine Air Force and all of that. They're shouting on the streets. I like that. I like that.
And to the fans, since we're closing up our league, the Ultra Kayas, thank you for being there, you know, very faithful to Kaya. And
Global Force.
other, of course, Green Archer fans that are there.
Sparks
Thank you.
come out. Yeah.
And hopefully the UFL will look at a different plan to have more teams in the first division.
Oh, it's going back to 10.
No,
But
I'm
for
not
now,
talking about 10. I'm talking about
20. Is that what you're looking
12, going up,
at?
going
We'll
up,
get there.
to give
Yeah.
more room
Of
for
3
the
rounds?
second division.
Come
No more than 3 rounds. That's right. No more than 3 rounds.
Pleasure,
That's
You're gonna
pleasure
die,
having
man.
Patrick Deyto on the program today. Thanks for joining us, man.
my pleasure.
One of these, the greatest examples of a person who was developed, who came up, developed, and succeeded in the Philippine, in the local setup.
Homegrown.
Exactly, in the homegrown setup. completely
From LaSalle, from LaSalle.
That's right, from LaSalle and all the way through to the national team. Yeah, you set sort of an example to follow for a lot of the young kids out there. So a great person to have on the program, and hopefully we'll have you on soon. Maybe for the third season, yeah?
Yung parents, mga gusto nyo magpa-basketball kasi malaki kayo. Bakit ayaw yung subukan pag-goalkeeper, di ba? Huwag mo lang pilitin. Huwag nyo pilitin. Mapahiya ako dito sa sarili namin. Huwag nyo lang pilitin.
So yeah, we'll see you guys next week. It'll be the end of the UFL program, so we're going to be talking mostly about the World Cup, as well as looking forward to the Football Alliance Cup, which happens in July 12th. And of course, like Patrick mentioned, there will be that under-21 tournament that we will be keeping our eyes on.
Oh yeah, and there's a goalkeeping, there's a goalkeeping licensing course. It's supposed to be done at the end of this month. Okay, but from what I heard, is the instructor got injured, so I think he played against Suarez before they left.
He got clapped down on
He got beaten there, so you know. But it's moved. There's a goalkeeping camp. For those who don't know yet, the others, I don't know how it's going to be done. I think for licensing courses, you need to be endorsed by your local FAs, and this will be the first time, I think, after so long, we're in real goalkeeping, course will be done here in the Philippines. So take advantage of this, guys.
Do it.
Since it's moved, maybe there are other chances for the others who
Sort it
don't know
out.
about this. Don't ask me, guys. Go to the PFF. Go to the Philippine Football Federation and find out about it. Don't ask me.
Sort it out.
I don't know the details. All right?
Always a pleasure, Coach Hans. And
Same here.
Pat,
Thank you.
thanks for visiting
Thanks
the
for having
program.
me,
And we'll see you again, hopefully, for the third season, which we will have, right? We will
Of
have
course.
right?
With Leary, Janssen,
With people like
LaSalle,
Suarez,
Ceres.
Javianes, appreciate all the support you guys are throwing our way. Beyond the Box Studios, as well as everybody from NMF. You guys are the best. All right, so we're out. We'll see you guys next week. Our guest.
Oh, sorry. Now we will have Coach Jorge, hopefully. Or else, you'll know when we know.
See you guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.